All right, welcome back to Big Board. Let's see. Roads to Gettysburg 2, the Gettysburg basically advanced campaign game. I'm not 100% certain I'm going to run through this yet, but have just having a look at sort of the logistics of the game and then the victory conditions and where stuff falls out and what we do or don't need to do. And then I'll have a look at the forces a little bit later on. There's a lot of moving parts to this particular scenario and in the advanced game. So let's start with a quick conversation about the advanced game sequence of play, which is very different from, or slightly different from, the standard game. And then we'll look at what all this stuff on the map means, all these cubes, and what's Kevin doing with cubes, right? Well, we'll get to that. So in the advanced game, there are a couple of different things that occur partway through the game. So on turn 6, there's this bridge that needs to be allocated, which is a automatic thing, unless Union forces are nearby. And this is where, deciding on strategy and tactics and stuff like that, we've got to get some units on the board and see, what's the game plan going to be for both sides, right? Random events phase, you do that every turn, so you're going to roll 2d6, and there's 3 events that are rain. There's some other events around delays to reinforcements and Confederate resupply and things like that for ammunition. Then there's reinforcements phase, which is really the Army of the Potomac arriving, and you roll once on, assuming you get a result that delivers you units, then you're going to, that'll be the last time you do that roll. Harper's Ferry phase, I really haven't dug into that too much, but given the location and the somewhat important nature of it in terms of a place to crossings, etc., we need to kind of be thinking about the details on those rules. They're on page 70. But it's really a 2d6 with a 12 or more. You will force a surrender of the forces or whatever forces are in or nearby Harper's Ferry. Also, Union reinforcements phase, maybe just standard reinforcements. Then we've got the actual Potomac Army arriving, which I discussed earlier. Stuart has a variable entry time. There's a die roll. 4 or better is going to get you on a 1d6, is going to get him there for you. But there are a handful of modifiers to that, both positive and negative, depending on the time, duration of the game and the time elapsed in the game, stuff like that. Then there's all this leader transfer and attachment business, which I don't know how much that's actually going to go on in the game because we haven't played. So we'll see. And then you get into the actual sequence of play that's standard for the basic game. And one of the things with this action cycle and sequence of play is that there's this initiative roll for every activation. So that can get a little dicey for me. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I may modify that. Maybe someone suggested in fact, 2 folks suggested that I flip a coin and, hey, if it's heads, roll for initiative. If it's tails, don't. Or if it's heads, it's the Union's activation. Tails, it's the Confederates. And that might just be slightly faster way to do it. There's a lot of dice rolling in this game. In this game series, so by the time you do random events and then roll for each individual unit to move, there's some dice going on, and it's not just the fact that there's too much dice rolling. I'm just wondering if there was a better way to be, more efficient or effective with this initiative thing. But I get what it's trying to achieve. There's all sorts of good arguments for it, given the era, etc. So and then activations go on, and then we do recovery, which is all standard. There is this Union, which is in many of the games, the railroad repair phase, but only on turns 8, 12, and 16. And that's interesting because there are VPs for destroyed railroad locations, I believe. And then Washington County phase, there's VPs that are added or subtracted based on the disposition of forces by in Washington County by the Union player. So fair bit going on, right? Now, let's have a look at the map overall, and we can maybe have a quick look at I think I did a force point count some other time on this game, but I'm not 100% certain that it's accurate. But we'll strength point, so we'll have a look. So let's start up north. Let's get our bearings. So we've got Cumberland County, we've got Gettysburg right here, and then I'm trying to find a notable town, given my geography of this part of the United States is not spectacular, but we can see, that's just a creek here, we've got a river behind us here, major river here, and there goes the sequence of play. All right, let me adjust the camera a little bit. So, two maps. Let me just move these. Put this under here. All right, so these small cubes represent a 1 VP or 2 VP location. I'm just going to go to the rules now, and so I don't mess it up for you, and you call me a dirty rotten liar. Let's see, here we go. Yeah. So let's have a look. Victory conditions. So first of all, these major blocks are representative of counties. So if Adams County is under control of the Confederates, he's going to get 25 victory points. Similarly, Howard County, which is, where is that? Cumberland. Well, we'll find Howard County in a second. We'll scroll down. Baltimore County, down here, off to the left. Down there, all the way down there, that is Howard County. Sorry, that is Baltimore County. Carroll County is worth 50 VPs. Frederick East is worth 28. Sorry, Frederick West is worth 28, and Frederick East is worth 40. So it's Frederick East, Carroll, and West is Franklin's over here. Where is Franklin, Frederick West, duh. And we've got the South Mountain Range along here. It's kind of a bit of a geographic issue, right? There was a battle over here, of course. And here's Washington. I guess that, or is that Washington County? Yeah, that's Washington. That's Maryland and Pennsylvania. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm probably pointing off screen. I'm standing not behind the camera. So let me see what you can see. Just to recap, South Mountain here, Maryland and Pennsylvania, and this is Washington County here. Virginia is down on the southeast corner down there, southwest corner down there, I should say. All right, now the red cubes, I think, were control of towns. Oh no, they're the depots. They're the B&O railroad stations. Each one of those that's destroyed is worth 2 victory points. So you can see there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 across the map, across the base of the map. Relatively important, depending on how well the whole process goes in terms of capturing some of these, controlling these counties, which is done by capturing the seat of the particular county in question. And some of these counties you'll be able to raise levies from if you do capture them and control them. There's a specific set of rules around controlling each of these areas, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Let's see. And there are specific towns, as I guess the controlling seat is a hex location with a town that you would need to control and not have any Union units within X number of hexes, etc., etc. There's a +6 and various VPs for imposing levies upon various areas. So Harrisburg, York, Then +2 VPs for Carlisle up in the north, Chambersburg in the north, Gettysburg itself, 3201, Greencastle, Hanover, and Shippensburg, which is over here. I can't see it. It is right there. So there's that going on. Now, what else is there? What were the blue discs for? I can't remember now. Oh yeah. So the other thing was here: the Confederate player loses 1 VP for each Washington County phase in which all 4 of these hexes, which is down. That's going to be down here on the far side. Let's move the camera. These here, those red, I believe it's the red ones that I didn't allocate a color, but those 4 towns, Naval Battery, Sharpsburg, Falling Waters, Williamsport, are all going to take VPs away if there's Union units in or near, or were last to go through. I think, no, actually they've got to occupy them. Let's see. And there's, of course, manpower VPs as well, but that's a long, slow way to get to a win. So really the game is going to be based off of geographic control. So let's do this. Let's pull the camera back here as far as I can. Right, so let's have a look at the counties again, and also have a look at where the most VPs can be accumulated, potentially the most rapidly. So let's just move the camera down here a little ways. And so, trying to get that, we're focused on the game, not on my floor, and what will end up being my feet. So York County right here, it's not one of the ones I want, 30, that's 30 VPs. Carroll, Baltimore, and Howard are worth a total of, that's 130, 180 VPs. So let's have a look at where those cities or towns are for those 3. Where is the county control? Howard County is going to be 5734, so let's grab a little marker. As he does it on the fly, I may have already marked it. Nope. 57, all the way down here in the corner, 34. Seriously? Oh, yep, Elliott Mills right here. We're also where the rail is. Alright, so if you can see that all the way down here, let's get a little closer. So that's going to be worth 70 VPs. Baltimore is going to be 60, and 60 is Reisterstown, 5523. 5523 on the south. 5523 also down here. There's another. So now we're starting to see a cluster of VPs. I'm going to guess Carroll County is going to be Westminster, just guessing. Is it? Yep. All right, so right there, let's now have a look. Well, maybe what we'll do, since this is now getting to be a long video, is look at disposition of forces in a second video, see where units arrive, what the situation is, and the timing of some of those things, and the duration of the game, and then see if we're going to make the next step to actually try and play this. So, quick overview. I know that was probably a little disjointed, but thank you for bearing with me as we explore on the fly and see what's up. So hang in there. Let's all go roll some dice. Ciao. Happy weekend.